August 21st, 2012, and I'm doing my 7 months on T video. Changes. You know, everybody kind of gets to this stage where you start to plateau with the changes that you're having and what's going on. And I think I might be getting there in terms of physical changes. So physical changes, you know, everybody at this point, it's like more hair, more hair, more hair. Getting hair in the part of my leg that I hadn't been seeing hair, not much, but a little bit here and there. You know, it's starting to connect. In terms of hair on my face, it's not really grown in anymore than where it's been growing in. I shaved, unfortunately, before the video about 3 days ago. So right now, I mean, what I've been trying to do is just trim a little bit, just so it's nicer, it's neater, it's not gross puberty hair. But unfortunately, I went a little bit too short on the sides, as in I started shaving it all off. So I just ended up shaving it off because it's kind of weird having a gap in your sideburn. But yeah, so it'll grow back, but can't really. I don't think you'll be able to see much. I mean, it was looking pretty cool. It was just long, though. You know, there were gaps in between the hairs, but it was because the hair was long. It looked a bit thick, but hopefully in time it'll actually be thick. Let's see what else. Yeah, still have the gaps on the sides here. Pimples. I've been getting pimples, but it's only really like underneath my chin, and that's definitely due to hair. Other pimples due to hair on my legs. I mentioned in another video that I've been getting pimples on my legs, and I was wondering if it was because of the injection site. Well, talked to my doctor, and he was saying that it's because of the hair follicles, which makes sense. I should have thought of that. Hair coming in. If your hair gets trapped in there, like maybe an ingrown hair, or just because you're getting these new follicles coming, it's likely to produce pimples. So I have a bit more right now. He was saying, you know, maybe use a sponge or something that's a little bit more abrasive than a rag, you know, like a loofah or something, and you can clear those away, you know, just rub them in the shower. I mean, I'm okay with it. I was just worried that maybe it was injections or something. So, because it's not, I'm really not worried about it. Wrinkles on my forehead. that's a change. I don't think that's because of testosterone. I think that's because of losing weight, which gets me into muscle mass. I went and visited some friends this weekend, and on more than one occasion, people were saying, "Holy cow, you're getting ripped." So I mean, when I look in the mirror, I'm happy with where my body's going. I'm definitely getting bigger rather than smaller in terms of upper chest, upper body, but my waist is getting a little bit smaller. When I went on testosterone, I gained 20 pounds, but now I'm down 30 pounds, so I lost overall 10 pounds. So pretty happy about that. And I'm gaining muscle mass, you know, so it's a nice change. I don't want to get too much bigger in terms of muscles. I mean, I guess it's just because I've always been a bigger guy, you know, all my life. So I kind of want to just be toned and healthy is really what I'm going for. I don't want to get to a point where I have to work out and keep ripping muscle in order to look good, because if you stop working out, I've heard, and you have a lot of muscle, then it can turn to just fat, and I don't really want to have to deal with that later in life. So, getting healthy, that's what I want to do. Let's see, sweat. I played a gig last, in my band last week, and this was the first gig because we've been working on new material. First gig back since I've been back from my business trip, and so since I've noticed that I've been sweating a lot more. Holy crap! I was drenched in sweat. It was insane. It's a pretty cool feeling. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just, I mean, it was like I could wring it out, my shirt. So it was crazy, but it was cool at the same time. Yeah, I think that's all for physical. Like I said, I went and visited my doctor, and we went over my labs. I got some more blood drawn, and overall, pretty good. I mean, when I first went in, my results were great. Vitamin D was really the only thing that was low. Now, 6 months later, well, it's 7 months, but I mean, I got my blood drawn at like 6.5 months. I've got something that's a liver. We've got so many dang letters in here. It's more than like in the queer community. SGOT/AST. Whatever that is, it's something that your liver works with, and mine results have gone up. My doctor's saying it could be because of my workouts. When you rip muscle, there's a possibility that specific acronym will go up. So we're gonna watch it, but that's something to keep in mind. So I've been taking milk thistle to try and balance out those, just to keep my liver healthy, really, because that's really important, not just when you're on testosterone, but in life, but especially since I'm on testosterone. It's good because the testosterone goes through your liver, it gets cycled. It's good to keep that healthy. So yeah, the other thing that went up was my thyroid, and I know that on my mom's side we have a history of thyroid issues, but I mean it went up significantly, and I'm happy. Apparently, if you have high levels like that, it's usually the person would be like depressed and cannot leave. So we're watching that too. I'm not exactly sure what that could have been. Maybe it was a false something, but I don't know what I could have done to make that false in my blood work. But overall, my hormones are good. Good levels of hormones, which is really, a main thing in there. I mean, all of it is important, but just making sure that, my testosterone is at a good level with the estrogen. You don't want too much of one at this point. And if you have too much testosterone, it actually ends up turning into estradiol, which is essentially estrogen, which would make you imbalanced, and you'd have hormones of both, or both hormones coming through. So keep that in mind. If you think taking more will be more beneficial for you, it won't be. So, iron levels have gone down, which means I've been trying. I mean, I've been eating healthy, but I think I've been eating too much protein and not enough greens. So I'm going back onto greens. Life changes just in general. Like I said, my band's going well. Happy about that. And I'm finally getting my own apartment, my first own apartment. I'm really stoked. It'll just be nice to be done with working out, be able to go home, rip my binders off, and you know, like go to the shower, go to the kitchen, not have to worry about other people, you know. So I'm excited, and have another thing that I'm excited about, which is my name change. But I'm gonna make a new video for that, just so that it's not an hour-long video. All right, you guys have a great week, year, month, whatever. Bye.